welcome back to Supergrads CAT YouTube channel. I am Neelam Chauhan, an alumnus from IIM Kozhikode, and in today's session, we are discussing profile check for MBA aspirants. So, in case you are targeting a general MBA, a general management program, or in case you already have a particular specialization in mind that you are going to go forward with, in either of the two cases, your profile plays a very important role in your entire admissions journey, starting right from getting calls from different colleges to your final college conversion and admission, right? In fact, most of the IIMs these days and even other coveted management institutes like SPGen or NMIMS for that matter give a heavy weightage to your overall profile apart from your written test scores. For example, CAT or NMAT or SNAP, whatever exam you are taking. So it becomes really important to build a strong overall profile which can make you stand out of the crowd. And your profile would be basically including different sections around your academics, your extracurriculars, or maybe your positions of responsibilities, and so on and so forth. So let's discuss all of these different sections one by one. To start off with, one of the most important section in your overall profile definitely has to be your academic background, and this would include your academic scores starting right from your 10th standard, 12th standard, your college or graduation case course, and even if you have done any professional certifications or something like that, unke academic scores as well. Now, 10th and 12th case course is something that's already in the past, and there is really not much that you can do about it. However, if you are still in college, still in your graduation years, so my suggestion here would be to pay an equal amount of importance to your college grades as well. Because let me tell you this that your academic background does not only play an important role during your college conversion or your college selection, but also once you select a college and once you start your MBA, even when you sit for your summer placements or your final placements, there are a lot of top tier companies, especially the consulting firms, which pay a significant amount of importance to your academic background. So your scores and grades are important there as well. And also we have seen like multiple students over the years who, despite of getting phenomenal scores in CAT, do not really get calls from top colleges like I am Ahmedabad or I am Bangalore just because of a not so good or an average academic background. So this is one section that you really need to be particular about. The next very important section in your overall profile building will be the CIP section, which is the certifications, internships, and project section. To start off with certifications, in order to select some relevant and good certifications for yourself, it's good to have an initial idea around what domain you eventually want to major in or which industry you would eventually want to work in. For example, if you are coming from an engineering background and you are looking for management roles in the tech space post MBA, so what you can do is you can look for courses like product management basics, or even analytics and some tools like Power BI and Tableau for that matter, right? Similarly, अगर marketing में interest है, so you can look for courses around digital marketing or SEO fundamentals or maybe even social media marketing for that matter. On the other hand, if you are more inclined or interested in finance, so apart from these online certifications, you can also have a look at some professional certifications like CFA and FRM, etc. Apart from certifications, you if you are already in college or drop year chal raha hai agar, and you are attempting the CAT next year, so what you can do is you can also take up some part-time internships in maybe a startup or some company. You can also look to work in research projects with some of the faculty members in your college. Similarly, another thing that you can do to enhance your CV is you might want to also, take up a few good projects that you did back in college, or you can start working on some interesting idea or interesting project that you might find and build a small portfolio out of these projects and include a link to this portfolio in your CV. So things like these, is going to greatly enhance your CV and going to make you stand out of the crowd from the other students that have actually applied for the same seat in the same college, right? One very important point here in the CIP section is that while you are picking up any of these courses or any of these certifications or even doing some internship for that matter, your major focus here should be on acquiring a new skill set or developing a new skill set, right? Rather than doing this just for the sake of doing it or just for the sake of putting it on your CV is not going to really help that much. So therefore, my suggestion here would be that try and pick courses that actually give you some kinds of assignments or actually give you some hands-on experience with a tool or a technology or have some project work going on. So in that case, you will be able to gain a new skill set and you will be able to put to use these skills that you acquire in your MBA as well as afterwards. Right. So moving on after the CIP section is the extracurricular section. This is one of the easier parts as while building this particular section, you get to devote time to things that you actually like doing. So this can include things that are as simple as like picking up a new hobby, maybe, or for example, अगर sports में interest है, dramatics में interest है, so things like those. Apart from that, if you are interested in investing in stock markets, for example, so you can try and build a small portfolio, put it on your CV so that you can talk about it in your interview as well. Apart from that, even if you are associated with some NGO or spending some time for any social service organization, so things like these you can include in the extracurriculars part. Now coming to the work experience section, again very important factor that hugely impacts your overall profile and your overall score for admissions. Scoring वाले part में it is pretty standard in the sense that you get a certain score depending upon the number of years of experience that you have. My only suggestion in this part is while writing and including your work ex in your CV, you should focus less on the regular work that you did, the kind of work that you did, and rather you should focus more on the impact that you created, right? For example, what I'm trying to say here is I might have been working as a developer in some XYZ company for 2 years, and what I did was write a number of snippets of code to automate a certain task, let's say. However, in the larger picture, what I did created value and had an impact in the sense that it somehow helped in improving the efficiency of various processes in the organization, right? Or it might have helped bring the overall cost down for the organization. So these are the places where my work added value, and this is how you can showcase the impact of your work in your CV, right? I hope that makes sense. Similarly, moving on to PORs or the position of responsibilities. So, for a college going student, this section might include being a part of some committees or clubs. For example, if you are working with the placement committee or some event management committee in your college, you can add that in this section. For a working professional, I would say you might want to include points on what additional responsibilities that you took in that organization apart from your core job. This might include, let's say, leading a CSR activity or starting a new initiative in the company for that matter. So, things like these you might want to include in your CV if you are a working professional. So these are some of the things that you can add to your CV that will greatly enhance your CV and make you stand out of the crowd as well. However, one important point is make sure that you are very genuine and very authentic while you are mentioning these points in your CV. And because the reason I say this is that you might expect a lot of cross questioning not only on every line that you mention in your CV, but on every word that you mention in your CV. So being genuine and authentic is very important. So with that, I hope this was useful and I hope this helped you answer some questions around how you can make your profile stronger. Please feel free to, reach out to us in case you have any further questions or queries on this. And do keep tuning into the channel for other such academic and non-academic content, and I'll see you next time.